Miss Emma Bartlett had an unusual hobby for a woman. She loved speed, understood bikes, and participated in motorcycle races. She was the heiress of a large financial empire and could afford expensive motorcycles and doing her favorite sports. But an accident at a competition chained her to a wheelchair. She was not able to get on the bike anymore. With sadness, Emma thought about the lost opportunities, looking at her racing motorcycles. Mighty two-wheeled motocross bikes that once blew up the dirt on the track with their tires now stood silently on plinths in a garage turned into a museum. Her pride was the Yamaha YZR M1 motorcycle. Once it belonged to the famous racer Valentino Rossi and cost Emma $250,000. She acquired it after the Qatar Motorcycle Grand Prix. It was on it that Emma got into an accident. The bike, like the owner, was seriously damaged and would have remained a lifeless pile of metal forever. But Mrs. Bartlett had something in mind. Emma had been working with motorcycle mechanic Ricardo Lopez for a long time. He was by her side at all competitions and monitored the technical condition of her motorcycles. She called him to her and said, pointing to the broken bike of Valentino Rossi, "Fix the bike for me. Assemblies, parts, and accessories. I leave everything to your discretion. I want to give this bike as a gift to a special friend of mine." Ricardo Lopez was delighted to receive the order, but in the depths of his soul, he understood that this was Emma's last job. Therefore, he decided to cheat. Looking at the bike, Ricardo thought, "I know my business well. No one will notice if I use second-rate parts here, or do something not very high quality there." In the end, he thought, the motorcycle will still ride normally, and only I will be aware of the minor shortcomings that have been made. "So I can do everything quickly," the mechanic consoled himself, "without any worries and even get a profit by selling expensive parts." He disassembled the motorcycle, changed everything that needs to be changed, sharpened and tweaked, and in some places tinted and updated the tuning. As ordered by Mrs. Bartlett, the master did not spare money for the restoration of the motorcycle, but not everything went to a quality bike repair. But who knew about it except for Ricardo himself? The work was completed by the appointed deadline. The mechanic informed Mrs. Bartlett, and she had come to admire her two-wheeled pet. Having examined everything, she said, "Very good. Now it is time to gift this motorcycle to my special friend. I cared so much for him that I didn't spare money for the motorcycle and for the repair materials." "This special friend for me is you, Ricardo, and I give this bike to you." The mechanic opened his mouth in surprise, but Emma continued. "I participated in 50 motor races. and each time you were there fixing my motorcycles. Ricardo, I'm sure this bike will pay for all your hard work. I can't drive anymore, so you drive for both of us. Every person one day receives an award for merit, so do your work with quality.